Hi, it's Lisa. Welcome to Sunday Soulful Slow Flow. I'm so happy that you're here and you dropped in. We're going to have a sweet flow for you, or I've designed a sweet flow for you tonight. And just thinking about um, allowing yourself on a daily basis, like when you wake up, to start your day being inspired. And you know that social media, we oftentimes spend some portion of our day on social media, and my personal account is designed to be positive and uplifting and inspiring. But also, I find myself following people that are also inspiring and positive. So when I look at my Facebook or Instagram feed, it's all stuff that makes me excited about things and inspired to do more work on personal things or I don't know, just it's inspiring. And so I don't look at it at the beginning of my day because I do my meditations, but also I would encourage you to find something that is inspiring and start your day with some sort of inspiration, whether it's, it could be looking at your social media after you meditate, or it could be reading some inspiring literature, even if it's just a couple pages of a book that you're reading, or an article that you found or something, so that your mind and your heart space is inspired and happy and positive. And so looking for ways to create this space for ourselves to grow and bloom, especially when things around us in our country and in the world are not always positive and inspiring. So anyway, based on that thought, I found a really beautiful post from someone today. So I'm going to share that with you while you're on your back bodies. So that's where we'll start. So you make your way down to your back bodies. And if you have a blanket or some blocks or pillows or something that you want to add to your space, to your yoga mat and your yoga practice space, that will make your arrival sweeter, then I encourage you to do that. So you can start, you can be in Shavasana if you'd like, just those arms and legs extended in full relaxation, or you can bend your knees, take your feet wide on your yoga mat, knees fall together. And I like the feeling of hand to heart and hand to belly. You can always have cactus arms, that opening and vulnerability space. Wherever you are, allow your eyes to close. And first, let's start off with bringing the awareness to the breath. Notice the inhales and the exhales. Feel the rise and the fall of the chest and the belly. Bringing awareness to the sensation of the breath coming in through the nose, filling up your whole body. And feeling an exhale as the breath leaves the body through the nose or through the mouth. And this time, imagine the journey of the breath all the way down to the toes and to the tips of your fingers. And watch the breath journey back out the body. As you follow your breath, just feel your body deepening into your mat, your yoga space. Noticing the body relaxing and letting go. Allow the softening in the face. Allow the quiet to come to the mind. If it's not completely quiet, that's okay. Just allowing the thoughts to slow down. As you continue to follow the breaths, I wanted to share with you this post that I mentioned. It's called 15 Deep Breaths to Let In. And so as we take our next 15 breaths, I'll give you a thought for each one. Let in people who earn your trust. Let in love that deserves your heart. Let in kindness that fills your bucket. Let in light to heal your traumas. Let in patience to slow your busy. Let in celebration to honor your grind. Let in affirmations to see yourself. Let in courage to test your purpose. Let in intimacy to caress your soul. Let in forgiveness to let go of your past. Let in imagination to vision your future. Let in vulnerability to wash away your fears. Let in hope to weather your doubts. Let in joy to remember your why. And let in rest to relax, refresh, rejuvenate you. And take another deep breath in. Notice how that lands with you. Notice where it resonates. Hopefully there's a warmth in your heart space and something spoke to you. One of those things, maybe many. Let's remember to let things in to inspire us to create positive vibes in our life. And with that, we'll move our bodies in ways that feel good. So remember to honor your body wherever you are tonight. Do only what feels good. Leave the rest. So on our back bodies. Bend the knees if they aren't already bent. Draw the knees into your chest and give yourself a squeeze. That'd be a big warm squeeze. Big hug. And release the hold. Rock yourself side to side. Lay your whole back body on the mat. Near hips as you rock side to side. Pause in the center. And take your feet up to the sky. Legs up the wall pose here. So legs are just relaxed. Feet are relaxed. Draw the hands up towards the sky. So both the feet and the hands up towards the sky. We'll make some stretches for the wrists and the ankles here. So draw your toes toward your nose and your fingers towards your nose. And then point the toes up towards the sky and then draw the fingers down and away towards your knees. Toes toward your nose and fingers that way. And then point the toes and draw the fingers down. One more time. Notice where you feel the stretch. And we'll circle out the ankles and the wrists. One way and then the other. And stillness once again. Then draw the knees into the chest. Take one hand on each knee and then take the knees into a big circle. Drawing a big circle on the lower back. And reverse the direction of the circles. Go the other way. And the knees arrive into the chest. Give yourself a rock forward and back a few times. Rolling all the way to the shoulders if it's accessible and up to the seat. Several times forward and back until you feel just right. And come back. We'll come to a kneeling position today. If you have a block or a blanket or something you can set on to lift up a little bit, that would be great. A little easier. If this is super hard on your knees, you can always come to Sukhasana. This is called easy cross, even though it's not easy for everyone. So you can always be here. But I thought just mixing it up sometimes. So say in Virasana, like just a kneeling pose. You can be sitting flat on the tops of your feet here, so that you are on your heels, but tops of the feet down on the mat, so that we are going to be tucking the toes up a little bit later. All right. So drop the hands down to the earth. Big stretch of the fingers. Then inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, just float the fingers down toward the earth. Inhale, reach for the sky, fill up. And exhale, down to the ground. One more time, big inhale. And allow the palms to come to touch and bring your hands to heart. Inhale, take the hands forward and open up. Lift through the chest. And exhale, belly buttons to spine. Tuck the chin to the chest as you hollow out. Hands come to parallel here, but without touching. Inhale to open up. Finding a little arch in the spine. And around here. Exhale. Inhale, open up. This is seated cat-cow. Exhale to round. Inhale to open back up. Drop the hands down toward the earth. And bring the hands together to interlace the fingers. Draw the palms away from you, up towards the sky. And exhale over to the right. Inhale through the center, pressing through the palms. Exhale over to the left. Big side body stretch here. Inhale to find the length in the side bodies. And exhale to the right. Inhale through center. And exhale left. Inhale back through center. Release the interlace, reach the fingertips to the sky, then float the hands down to the earth. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand behind you. Inhale to lift up, tall spine. Then exhale, peek behind you, finding a twist. One more full round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back through center. One shoulder roll to reset. Then bring the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Left hand reaches behind you. Inhale, long spine. Sit up tall. Then exhale, twist. Peek over the left shoulder. One more full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release through center. Roll the shoulders one more time. Oh, that feels good. And release off your block. I'm going to turn sideways here. We're going to tuck our toes. Get a little toe stretch. If this is super uncomfy, again, make that choice for you and untuck the toes. But we're just getting a little toe stretch in the fascia of our feet here when we do this. We're going to take our hands and turn our fingertips down toward the ground and then place the palms on the earth. So the fingertips are towards you. And if you're getting a stretch for the wrists, but then also through the forearms here, if this is not so comfy either, you can come up over, like if you draw your body forward, it's going to be a little less intense. The farther you take your hips back towards your heels, the more intense the stretch will be in the forearms. Just take a few breaths here to feel the stretch. One more full round of breath. Nice. And turn the one palm down to the earth and the other palm down to the earth. Rise up and then untuck the toes. Maybe just sitting back on the heels for a moment or taking a little slap to the feet. Get a little blood flow in the toes. That feels good to you. And then rise up. Take the hands to the hips and knit the ribs kind of together. You feel the abdominals, pull the belly button to spine, feel the abdominals engage, hands to the hips. And then we're just going to lean back here. So we're not arcing back in the back bend, but just leaning back. You'll feel your quads turn on, your abs engage. And just breathe. I know this is kind of tricky, and hopefully you're feeling your body heat as your big leg muscles are doing some work here. One more breath in. One more breath out. And inhale back up to neutral. We'll do that again. Take your body back, lean back. And there's no magic distance for you to lean back. Just notice the sensation in your quads and the heating in the core. And breathe. Go one more round of breath. Good work. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands down to the earth. Take your knees back a bit so that you're in your tabletop. Shoulders over wrists and hips over the knees. And we'd like to remind us to bring our feet straight back to the knees. So maybe even peek around to make sure that your alignment is just right. And then we'll move a little bit here. In our tabletop, draw the shoulders away from the ears first of all. And then we'll move. Inhale, drop the belly. Find that arch in the spine. Maybe lift up. Your exhale, round into cat pose. Press the earth away. So palms and the tops of the feet. Pressing in. Inhale to cow pose. Chin and tailbone high. And exhale, rounding into cat pose. Chin to chest. Belly buttons to spine. One more inhale. Cow pose and exhale into cat pose. You know, I like that time to move, so take a next few rounds of breath to move your hips side to side or find any kind of movement that would feel good. Maybe paying some special attention to the neck. Maybe just moving the body side to side, hips to heels, side body stretches. One more round of breath to find your evenness side to side. And tuck the toes. Take your knees just a few inches off the mat once again. And powering up, engaging the core, belly buttons to spine. Big breath in. As you exhale, take those, adjust toward the thighs and then the hips to the sky. Right away, finding your downward facing dog and finding some movement here. Generously bending one knee and then the other. Down dog is a place to find extension for the spine and a little stretch for the hamstrings. Find stillness in this pose. Spread those fingers wide. Broaden through the upper back, shoulders away from the ears. Let the head be heavy as your heels are heavy as well. It doesn't matter if they touch the ground. One more breath in, come to tippy toes. And exhale, sink the heels. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the toes down toward the ground as you flex through this foot, press through the heel. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into the chest. Step through between your hands. Drop the back knee, flatten out the foot. As you rise up, hands come to hips. Tuck the pelvis underneath you as you draw yourself forward, deeper into your lunge, stacking front knee over front ankle. Inhale, reach hands to the sky. Anjayasana, low lunge. Whoops. Oh, puppy. Okay. Sorry. Well, more incident. Okay. Inhale, reach those fingertips to the sky, and then exhale, open up into it. Twist to the side. So today I'm going to be twisting both ways, so you'll get to see both sides here. But inhale, take your hands, reaching those fingertips away from each other. Strong, engaged arms. So kind of a modified warrior two. And place your right forearm on the right thigh. Reach the left hand to the sky. I know you can't see my arm today. Let me see if I can fix the camera. Reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Yeah, side angle pose. Inhale back to that modified warrior two. And exhale, take the left hand down the back leg, right hand reaches up like a reverse warrior. Inhale to lift up through those fingertips. Exhale to stay here. Find that space in the right side body. Inhale, take the right hand behind you, left hand reaches forward. Now return the other way. Finding a closed twist here. Inhale to reach the fingertips. And exhale, take the left hand down to the ground. Right hand reaches up, find your twist here. Option to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee for a little more heat. Stay here for one more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knee if it's lifted. Right hand comes down next to the right foot. Heel toe the right foot to the edge of your mat, finding lizard pose. Untuck the back toes and make sure the left leg is extended back behind you. Lots of options here. You can stay right here, hands to the earth or to a block or a book or something, if you have something to raise you up a little bit. Blocks are so nice to assist in our practice. So you can stay there in lizard or drop down to the forearms to get a little deeper sensation in the left hip flexor and also in the right hip. So stay wherever it's comfortable for you. And a few more rounds of breath. Let's breathe in ease here. I didn't say easy, I said ease. Where can you relax and soften a little bit in this pose? It's intense, yes. Where can you send breath to soften? Your next inhale, come up to your palms if you are down on your forearms, and then heel toe the right foot over to the left edge of your mat. We'll find pigeon pose here. So keep a flex on the right foot. Hands come towards the hips or alongside the leg. Again, check to make sure that left leg is straight back. Lift up through the chest. And then take your variation here as well. You can keep the hands on the earth or come down to forearms or to your block once again, or what other support you have. You can use like a paper towel roll or something like that. Or come all the way down, resting your chest on the front leg. If this is not accessible to you, then you should come with me to your back body and just find your figure four stretch. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee and reaching through and drawing the legs together, or drawing the legs towards you rather, and keeping a flex on both feet. You have hands to hamstrings as well. If you're super tight, just left foot on the mat and right ankle crossed over left knee is great. Always checking in to see what variation of a pose would feel best to you. And on any given day, we can feel different, and our accessibility to different poses is different. So try a pose. If it doesn't feel good, find something else that will feel good, better for you and your body. So if you're on your back body, slowly make yourself way back to downward facing dog. If you are in the pigeon pose, tuck the back toes, lift the right leg high to get some blood flow back in here. Move in any way that would feel good. And then find your way to downward facing dog, all meeting up there. Give a few petals to the feet. Notice the difference from side to side. Let's even out here. Inhale, lift the left leg high. We're putting our left hip down, so toes point down toward the ground, pressing through the heel. Inhale. Exhale, bend this knee and stack the hip to open up. Inhale, back three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into the chest and then step forward between your hands. Drop the back knee and flatten out the foot. Hands come to the hips as you rise up. Tuck the pelvis just slightly as you lean into your low lunge on Anjayasana. Stacking left knee over left ankle. When you're ready, inhale, reach hands to the sky. Exhale, deepen into your lunge. Inhale to reach. And exhale, open up to the right, modified warrior two. Inhale to reach with those fingertips. And exhale, left forearm comes to the left thigh. Right hand reaches up. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, back to your modified warrior two. Inhale to lengthen through the hands, reaching. Exhale, find a reverse. Right hand to the back of the right leg. Left hand reaches up. Inhale to lift through to the sky. And exhale, left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Now we're in a closed twist. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, drop the right hand down to the earth. Left hand reaches up, finding a twist this way. Option, tuck the back toes and lift the back leg. Take One more full round of breath. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower the back knee if it's lifted. Left hand comes down on the inside of the left foot. Heel toe that left foot to the edge of your mat or your yoga space, finding lizard on this side. Flatten out the back foot. Make sure that leg is extended directly behind you. And find a variation of lizard on this side. Maybe it could be palms, and it could be different on this side than the other side. Always try to do something that's similar, just so that it's fair and even on both sides, but sometimes there's something that would prevent us from finding that same variation on each side. So if it's accessible, come down to your forearms. Get a little deeper stretch for the hip flexor and the hip. Wherever you are, come back to the ease, and the breath, and the body. On your inhale, come up to the palms if you aren't already there. And then heel toe your left foot to the right edge of your mat or yoga space and drop into pigeon on the side. Extend the right leg behind you. I didn't mention this on the other side, but you can always place a blanket or a pillow or something underneath your seat or your hip on, this time on the left hip, if it's not making contact with the earth. Again, choices here on the palms or the forearms, or taking it all the way down to the mat, extending your arms all the way forward. And just notice what's coming up for you at this challenging pose. Is there the urge to get out of the pose? And if so, maybe notice in your life where there's opportunities or situations where you want to get out or run away from something. Rather than staying, trying to just breathe and finding some calm and some ease, and then working your way through it. One more full round of breath wherever you are. And slowly bring your palms back down to the mat. You are on your back body. Sorry you didn't suggest that. If this was not your cup of tea on the side, hopefully you went back on your back body to figure 4. We'll extend back to 3-legged dog or any kind of movement. That would feel good. And then find your way to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And then inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, sink the heels. Lock your feet together to touch, and then drop your knees down to the earth. Take your hips back to your heels, and then paint your fingertips all the way back alongside your feet. Drop your forehead to the mat. Finding child's pose. Let your shoulders relax, your back body round. You can always place a pillow or a block underneath your forehead for a little support. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice how it feels to have the belly trying to expand against the thighs. So trying to take some deep breaths. One more here. Inhale. Reach your fingertips back up in front of you and then just shift your hips off to the side one way or the other. And shift yourself to the front of your mat. Really lower yourself down all the way to your back body. When you arrive, draw your knees into your chest. Wrap those arms around once again, giving yourself a big squeeze. Allow yourself to rock side to side. Release that squeeze. Interlace the fingers right below the right knee on the right shin. Extend the left leg long. Release the right arm out, letter T, straight out to the side. Take the left hand and guide the right knee across the body, lifting up the hips and shifting them over toward the right edge of your mat or yoga space. And it doesn't matter how far over you guide your knee, just leave your shoulders on, or the shoulder blades on the mat. And find that variation of the twist that feels good for your spine, your body. Bring your gaze toward the right. Inhale. Exhale. Your inhale, come back to your back body, shift your hips so they're square. Squeeze that right knee in and then the left knee comes up as well. Second side, interlace on the left shin underneath the left knee, extend the right leg long. Take the left arm out to the side, letter T. Right hand guides the left knee across the body. Shift your hips over to the left edge of your mat. Shoulder blades stay on the mat. Gaze turns left. Take one more full breath here. On your inhale, come back to your back body. Draw the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. One hand on each knee. Create some separate circles for the knees. Reverse the circles and go the other way. When the knees arrive towards the shoulders, leave them there. Finding a variation of happy baby that works for you. As you notice, when our knees are here towards the shoulders, our whole back body's on the mat. So that's what we want to keep. So find a variation where you can still maintain the contact of the back body. So maybe just bringing hands to the hamstrings would feel good. Sending the feet up towards the sky, heading towards little happy baby. Maybe bringing the hands to the shins somewhere or the ankles, the outside edges of the feet. Just maintaining the contact of the whole back body on the mat. You choose a movement side to side or stillness. Wherever you are, bring the bottoms of the feet together and slowly lower the legs just as they are down to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly, or cactus the arms to the side. We head to closing our practice for tonight. Consider a way that you can invite some inspiration or some of those things that I read off in the post at the beginning of our practice. What might you consider doing at the beginning of your day tomorrow? It could be a little way of inviting inspiration into your day in the early morning. Maybe it's some meditation, inspirational reading. It's just staying in quiet and making a cup of tea and sitting outside and just noticing the world around you. I invite you to choose one thing that you want to try tomorrow morning. When we have that one thing, go ahead and extend your legs long into your Sukhasana. Taking the heels to the corners of your mat. Extending the arms away from the body. The shoulders underneath you to allow the chest to expand just a little bit. Collarbones to broaden. Take a deep breath in, filling all the way up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more deep breath all the way in, down to your toes. Open mouth, exhale. Let yourself release, relax. Enjoy the next few minutes in your Shavasana. Remember, as always, you can turn off the Zoom meeting and just remain in your Shavasana for as long as you can. Otherwise, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Draw the legs together, reach the arms up overhead, take a whole body stretch. We're going to take an inhale, filling up. And exhale, draw the knees into the chest. One more big hug. And roll onto your favorite side. Resting for just a moment. One full round of breath here. And then press yourself up to your seat. Allowing your eyes to stay closed. Find that tall spine. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Gently bow your head. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, for your practice. I hope that you find a little inspiration for your days ahead. Notice what's starting your day with that little bit of positivity, uplifting, whatever it may be, that fills your bucket. That makes a tiny impact on your day. I wish you the most beautiful days ahead. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste. All right, y'all. See you next time.